Yeah, and also, so you went St. Bonds. So after you finished St. Bonds, did you then continue on to go to the sixth form, or?
Nah, I didn't. I wanted to get away from there as far as possible. I'm not gonna lie, I was tired of seeing Mandem every day for 5 years. I wanted to go to college and go to a mixed college.
Okay, but I saw that St. Bonds, the sixth form is mixed, right?
It is, but I just wanted to change.
You just
the
want a
scenery.
new environment, new teachers, new
everything.
everything. I get what you mean.
I just wanted something new. That whole trip from Manor Park to St. Bonds, I wanted a new journey. I wanted, yeah.
So what college did you go to then?
I went to Thames Valley in Raynham.
Damn.
Yeah, it's quite far.
That's far.
It's quite far, yeah. I studied engineering there for about a year. And I didn't complete my college course. At the time, I spent some time in Nigeria.
Okay.
That was in 2010.
Okay. So how comes you went to Nigeria then?
So after my first year of college, obviously I was 17 at the time, and I was just coming out of this transition, obviously like school, college, like I was caught up in a lot that my family didn't approve of.
Okay.
And I think at the time my mum had enough. You know, I never had any idea that I was going to spend time in Nigeria, to be honest. I went for my granddad's funeral. My mum's dad, she died. Okay. You know, and it was funny because I used to think back and think, you know, you hear of all them stories of people getting sent back home to Nigeria, Ghana, Ivory Coast, South Africa, Kenya. Like people getting sent home in school, you know. School times, when you're bad, you get sent, you will get sent back to Africa, no doubt. Like, or Asia, or wherever you're from.
My
like
mum
that.
threatened me with that bare time. I always used to say that,
I used to laugh at, you know, I used to be like, me.
How you gonna do?
How on earth are you gonna say to my sister, how are they gonna get me on the plane? What, they're gonna get two hefty men to put me on the plane? Are you mad? But the circumstances were this: my mum's dad died, and then she booked a flight for his ticket. I'm sorry, for his funeral, and then when the time came, I had a weird feeling on the day. I said to my mum, I don't want to go. You guys just go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going. You guys go. And she was like, you know what? Sit down. If you don't come with me, how is it going to look like?
Them ones.
We're all going for my dad's burial and then you don't come.
That's
and literally, that was the one finesse that changed everything. Like, and I thought, you know what? It's so true. Let me come. So she literally packed my whole bag for me.
Them ones.
I didn't want to go. I was feeling so numb about it, but I thought, fuck it, let's just go. We went to the airport. We got to Nigeria. After a couple of weeks, we done the funeral. And then I was outside. Okay, we've done the funeral. 2 weeks later, I'm outside playing football. And then somebody's come running up to me, like someone, little boy, said, Mark, your mother is calling you. Your mother is calling you. I was like, okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, all right, I'm coming. Okay. I'll go to the house now. I'm huffing and puffing like, what's happening? She's like, sit down. I'm like, what? She goes, you're not going back to England. I said, what? I said, hold on.
What?
What are you talking about? I actually sat down in that moment and I said, what are you talking about? And she goes, I've told you many times to change your life, to change the way you are behaving, this and that. And I thought, oh my days. She's going to keep me here. And then literally the atmosphere hit me even harder. And then I was like, I'm actually on another continent. So long story short, I ended up staying there for 3 years and 10 months. Okay. I stayed there for quite some time.
So you was counting it like jail?
To me, that was a sentence. I'll be real with you. To me, that was a sentence. I know the exact dates and times.
That you was there, everything.
Yeah, I don't like to say 4 years because it's too much. Yeah, but just 3 years and 10 months is exactly it.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Because you see, when you went also that time, was that your first time in Nigeria as well?
No, actually, it was my second time. Okay. I spent a month there when I was 11.
Okay. So it was your second time. So what type of troubles was you in that made you get sent back?
So
what would you say?
I would say it was gang related.
Okay.
I would say it was gang related, and it had to do with some issues that we had with another area not too far from where we grew up. Okay. And I think things just kind of got out of hand and people didn't know what was going to happen next. Okay. Because like it was a long summer. Let me put it this way. It was a very
always summer. It's always summer, bro.
It was a very long
days
summer.
It was always summer.
Yeah. So when you put in a lot of work on the streets and then you become like noticeable.
Okay.
Yeah, it almost becomes an issue for you, you know, because you become a target now.
Yeah.
You understand? Because you are now a pivotal point in a stronghold against them.
You're basically a vital point for them.
Exactly.
So if they hurt you or if they get to you in any way, it will be more effective than getting into any other. So basically, you was that member that if they got to you, you would have. That was the main.
Yeah.
So like basically, so how would you say your parents knew about that? How did they know that it was that vital for you?
I think after a while, it got really intense.
Okay.
And things were going back and forth for some time. And then there was this one time where my family was actually in danger.
Okay.
I wasn't about at the time. I was in South London.
Okay.
And it got to a point where my family were in danger. And then I feel like at that point, my mum didn't know what was going to happen next.
Yeah.
You know, she knew that I could hold my own. She knew that I was a ringleader.
Yeah.
She knew that I could make good decisions, but she didn't know where this would end up. And I think she just wanted to save her son's life.
It's true. You don't second guess them things there.
Yeah. You don't. And I don't blame her for it, to be honest. For me, it was the best thing that happened to me.
Yeah.
Because it changed my whole perception.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was something that it was needed. My family was in danger at the time, and my mum had to make a decision, and I rate her for it, to be honest, because I was so involved in what I was doing that it was only going to end up in two ways.
Okay.
You know, either dead or in jail. Like, definitely going to end up in two ways because, I don't want to say too much, but
it was just it was basically, you're saying that your mum just felt like at the time you was just getting into too much problems where it might just get out of hand for her and for everyone.
It would have definitely got out of hand.
So the best decision for her was just to
remove me from the situation
and
at the time.
Okay.
And I rate her and I respect her for it because it was a very hard decision for her, but it was one of the best decisions for my life.
You,
And I wouldn't take it back at all.
This is what I noticed about most people as well that get sent back home. They always say that. Like, obviously, the time when you're on the plane going back, or when you get told that you're not coming back to England, you're pissed off. I was vexed. You're angry. Like,
I hated my mum.
Then when you grow up, you notice that
now I love her for it.
Do you get it? She actually saved me. You know what I'm saying? She took me away from.
I mean, I can always stand there and say, no one would have got to me. I would have done my thing. But you never know what can happen in life.
Like, it's never about someone getting to you. That you leaving the country, even that. I'm sure it changed your mindset of how it. Because me, I always feel like. Before I came to England, I had a different type of mind. Like, things were a bit different for me. But when I stayed in England, all the problems that England come with and all the things you go through, my mind is in a way where even when I go to a place where I'm not supposed to be, like, I'm supposed to be relaxed, I can't relax because I grew up in an area where you just can't let your guard, like, you can't be vulnerable. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So everywhere you are, you're always... You know what I'm trying to say? Like, where you have to then think to yourself and be like, bro, come on, man. You're in fucking Newcastle. Like, chill. Do you get it? You know what I'm saying? No one's gonna, you know what I'm saying? No one cares about that type of shit here.
No,
you know
it does breed this kind of paranoia. And for myself, I was 17 when I was going through that phase at the time, and I was mentally still developing. You know, and I was smoking a lot of weed at the time as well. So this whole paranoia and the whole trauma of the things that have been going on around me at the time was really starting to build on me. And I don't think young people actually understand the PTSD that can come from situations like this. Like, and when you don't have the right therapy or the right environment for you to come out of, or on the other side of what you're going through, it can be very toxic. And this is what kind of gives people the space to become more toxic, you know, and into a pattern of toxicity, you know, like, you can't take that away. So people really need to find the right outlets when they're coming out of these things to transcend into the right space.
So you feel like people shouldn't just leave that life and just be left. They should have someone that they can, basically they should have like a place that can go and like seek refuge and speak to people.
100%.
Like something to do. Basically, like you, for example, when you left the situation, you went to Nigeria, so obviously when you got there, you had to then learn a new life, learn a new way of living, everything, and that obviously then helped you mentally to understand that there's a different side to the world. You know what I'm saying? Because even one of my boys tells me, like, he got sent to Ireland, you know what I'm saying, for his shit, you know what I'm trying to say? And he goes, when I went to Ireland, I was pissed off. But then when I stayed there for a time, I realized that, bruh, there's a different type of world. There's a place where I can go where people won't just try it with you for no reason. Like, honestly, you can be yourself. You know what I'm trying to say?
Do you know what? Like, I used to watch so much, Nigerian films growing up, yeah? And then, you know, like, you'd see, like, all sorts of stuff going on, like
George and all them
George
shit.
and like just the weird stuff and things that would actually make you scared through the TV. I spent 3 years and 10 months in Nigeria and nothing happened to me. Nothing ever happened to me. So all of that preset
messes up
mindset,
your head.
you know what I'm saying? That perception again, it messes up the thing. But when you're there, in reality, it's the difference. And then for me, that woke me up like, hold on, I can actually change my life. All of that stuff that I was thinking and going through has nothing to do with like all of this right now. Like I can actually just redirect where I want to go right now, you know? And for me, because all of that trouble basically started because I didn't want to leave my friend in a vulnerable position. You understand? I felt like if you're my friend, I'm going to have your back to the end. Nothing's going to change that. And that's the kind of person I've always been. I've got a big heart. I love people around me and I just want people to do well. So I had to look at the perception of what I was going through at the time. That, look, you can love someone, but sometimes you need to let go and you need to take care of yourself. You are the most important thing
to yourself.
To yourself and the people around you. As selfish as it sounds.